Welcome back for another video. Today's video is a very special one. We'll be looking at the all-time FPL Dream Team, a squad built from the greatest FPL performances in Premier League history. The team spans from as early as the 2002-03 season to as recently as the 1920 season. How many names can you guess? If you enjoy this type of content, hit like to show support and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. Let's jump straight in, and in goal it's Friedel from the 2002-03 season, where he got 187 points with Blackburn Rovers. He made 37 appearances and kept 15 clean sheets. That season Blackburn got 16 wins, 12 draws and just 9 losses. He actually scored versus Charlton the following season, but it was 02-03 that was the record setter. Remarkably, he remains in the all-time Dream Team despite appearing in the very first ever season of Fantasy Premier League. Bonus points worked very differently back then. It wasn't automated by an algorithm like today's bonus system. It was decided by a person who judged the game for who had the best performance. Additionally, there was no 2 or 1 bonus points, just 3. Friedel also holds the record for consecutive Premier League games played with an unbelievable 310 games in a row, spanning from 2004 to 2012 across 3 clubs in 8 years. Honourable mention goes to Emi Martinez, who was just 1 point off tying Friedel's score in the 2021 campaign. Next up is Trent Alexander-Arnold, who got 210 points in the 2019-20 season. He smashed the record for assists by a defender that season with 15, and also picked up 4 goals, 14 clean sheets and 24 bonus along the way. Trent actually knocked Julian Lescott out of the Dream Team with this score, with Lescott having scored 196 points back in the 07-08 season. The next two are Virgil van Dijk and Andy Robertson, who remarkably both joined the Dream Team from their 2018-19 season, the year before Trent joined them. They scored 208 and 213 points respectively. With both Robertson and Trent having made the team, it's a clear example of how football has evolved, with fullbacks being much more heavily involved in modern football and attacking much more than they used to. One name we all expected to see is Salah from his magnificent 17-18 season, where he finished on 303 points from 32 goals, 12 assists, 15 clean sheets and 26 bonus. It was his first season with Liverpool and a truly extraordinary performance. He's the only player to ever break 300 points, and his 32 goals is a Golden Boot record in the Premier League era. Only Andy Cole and Alan Shearer have more, both with 34 goals, however they played an extra 4 games due to the league having 22 teams at the time. Next up is Frank Lampard, who finished on 284 points in the 2009-10 season. He scored an impressive 22 goals from midfield and picked up 14 assists en route to winning the league with Chelsea. Although both Salah and Lampard are considered midfielders in FPL, Lampard can be considered a true midfielder in footballing terms, having played an essential attacking mid-role in all games. If you haven't seen my video on the biggest individual scores of all time, Salah, Lampard and others in this video are among the high scores. The link will be on screen at the end if you want to watch it. Cristiano Ronaldo is still a fixture in the team from his penultimate 07-08 season with Man United. He got 283 points from a staggering 31 goals and 6 assists at a rate of 0.92 goals per game. That season Ronaldo did it all, scoring 4 free kicks, 4 penalties, 5 headers, 5 with his weak foot. He missed 3 games following a red card and could have certainly tied or beaten Salah's record otherwise. That season he only lost 3 games as Man United went on to win the league under Ferguson. Alexis Sanchez completes the midfield from his 2016-17 season with Arsenal, where he got 264 points. He scored 24 goals and 10 assists, and only 2 of his goals were penalties too. Sanchez never hit the same heights again after that season, scoring just 7 goals the following season before moving to Man United. It was a truly elite pick at the peak of his powers during his Arsenal tenure. Salah scored 265 points in the 21-22 season, meaning he's actually scored high enough to join the team twice. If you've enjoyed this video so far, please drop it a like and subscribe to support the channel. The first of our 3 strikers is Luis Suarez from his 2013-14 season, where he scored 295 points. This was an iconic season in FPL history. Suarez missed the first 5 games through suspension, so he made 33 appearances where he scored 31 goals and got 12 assists. Even more remarkably, that season Gerrard took Liverpool's penalties, and that season Gerrard scored all 10 in the league. Who knows what could have been if he had penalty duties or the extra 5 games under his belt. Although Salah's 32 goal season is the Golden Boot record by 1 goal, Suarez's 0.94 goals per game comes out higher. We can only speculate what could have been. The next striker is Persie, who got 269 points in the 2011-12 season. He played in all 38 games, scoring 30 goals and registering 9 assists. Impressively, 12 of those goals came with his right foot and 17 goals with his left foot. An elite striker at his best and in a very exclusive club, having scored 30 plus league goals in the Premier League season. The final player in the team is who else but Thierry Henry, who like Friedel still remains in the team from the very first season that FPL began, all the way back in 2002-03. He scored 271 points, playing 37 games, scoring 24 goals and getting 20 assists. His 20 assists is still the record to this day as well for the most in a Premier League season. An interesting fact is back then it was possible to play a 2-5-3 or a 5-5-0 formation in FPL, not that you'd ever want to play a strikerless formation with Thierry Henry in the form that he was in. The following season, Arsenal would go on to have their iconic invincible season. If it was somehow possible to have this team and you had Salah set and forget captain, you'd finish on 3,142 points, and that's before you even considered the use of any chips. And that completes the greatest FPL team of all time. I've included the bench in the comments of all the names that narrowly missed out, so check that out too. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the video, and lastly please remember to drop it a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to support the channel. See you soon for the next one.